197. Redshirt sophomore Sonny Sasso, Virginia Tech. The redshirt freshman from the West Coast, Cody Merrill, Oklahoma State, 12-2. Both his losses coming to top 5 opposition. Sasso, like Bullock, may be wrestling his most complete match of the year on Friday in the win against UNC. Sasso, who was dinged up a little bit earlier this year in the Southern Scuffle, back fully healthy, and a weapon for Roby in the upper weights for Virginia Tech.
Just the straight-up eyeball test, Sasso looks much bigger than Merrill, even though they both weighted at 197, just the size difference.
Sasso got off to such a great start last year. This is his 3rd season in Blacksburg. He started the year 10-1, 7 of those wins by fall before just an unfortunate season-ending injury. For the most part, as we talked about, dinged up to start the year, but he has been healthy of late, and he has been performing well. 14th in the country.
What you saw with Sasso, when the snap down came from Merrill, he didn't just stay there. Even though he snapped down, he circled.
Cody Merrill, a redshirt freshman, Gilroy, California. With a perfect 109-0 during his high school days, and our colleague Daniel Cormier served as his head coach, and I'm sure he showed him this type of quickness and attack. Merrill trying to switch to that double. No control established yet. Merrill now repositioning, still has his left foot in, shelves the leg of Sasso. Sasso with the whizzer applied. Really good exchange near the edge.
That might be neutral danger right there.
And out of bounds they go. So a deep shot there by Merrill and nothing to show for it.
Merrill snapped down, and as Sasso was coming up, he went to a single. And Sasso, great defense there. That's what we call wrestling through the situation. Don't concede anything.
Rock, as we watch film on Merrill getting ready for this duel today, his defense just has been so good. He is very stingy, tough to score on.
And he's very good on top.
Utilized his red shirt last year. Luke Serber, the 4-time NCAA qualifier, had this weight. So Oklahoma State was in good hands with Serber, but now it is Merrill's time to shine.
Let's pay attention to what we're seeing from Oklahoma State. They are doing a good job of cutting off the mat. Look at stuffing in the head, hips down low by Merrill, hips away. And he's trying to break that grip of Sasso. Sasso staying underneath. He wants to make sure he doesn't do anything foolish. What I was saying is that what you're seeing up and down the lineup by Oklahoma State is that their guys are stalking forward, not rushing, and cutting off. So as they stalk, they're cutting off, stalking, cutting off, and keeping his opponents' backs to the outside. Something that they had to be working on because we're seeing it all up and down the lineup.
Yeah, they set the tone doing that with Spratley at 125, and it has really not changed since.
It's a skill set to move forward and to cut your opponent off.
Start the second period, Merrill underneath.
Pressure forward there by Sasso. Still in control there.
Merrill clears away his right arm and gets the escape.
As long as that arm was around the rib cage of Merrill, he's still in control. Another good shot there by Sasso. You see how he's moving? He's snapping and then he's circling, snapping and circling to attack. What I was saying is that when your top opponent has their arm around the rib cage, they're still in control. Once that arm around the rib cage gets to the midline of the back or over, that's when an escape can be awarded. But as long as that arm is around, that is not an escape.
Inside a minute now in this second period. Long-range shot there by Sasso. Kind of pumped on the brakes right before he got to where he wanted. And again, we talked about the defense that Cody Merrill has. He is a tough one to figure out. Solid in all positions, has really strong hips as he showcased earlier in this match. One-point escape has been it. Now we get a stoppage. Kevin Lenich talking to both wrestlers. He'll restart, 20 seconds to go. 2 state championships out in California. When you win a title in California, it means a little extra because there are no classes. Small school competes against big school. You have one big pot of really good wrestlers, and Merrill won not just one, but 2 state championships. One at 195, the other at heavyweight. Rock and I gearing up for the month of March and the ACC Wrestling Championship. We will be right back here in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech hoping to defend their title from a year ago. Action gets underway at 10 a.m. Eastern on ACC Network Extra. We're on ACC Network for the funds.
And this is where Merrill is very strong. Not very exciting, but still working forward. There's a stall call there.
Claw here from Merrill, working at the edge, trying to keep his toe in as long as he could. Finally drug out by Sasso with minute 32.
So there's a stall call. And when the stall call occurred, the riding time should have stopped. And they're confirming to make sure the riding time is accurate. We've seen this with Merrill wrestling through the tough schedule that Oklahoma State has had, where he's had a lot of wins by his ability to keep his opponents down and getting riding time. Riding time is that at the end of the match, if you have at least 1 minute of time, you get 1 point added. It has to be at the end of the 7-minute award, 7-minute match. So they're working on this.
Okay, guys, here we go. Riding time is good now.
To get to a point where the riding time is accurate. It's 9 seconds in favor of Merrill.
So that's where they settle in on. Sasso back to work underneath. Stand-up position. Now a fight with that grip, trying to get Merrill to release, and he is away.
Still green.
Oh, no control. So they are actually saying Merrill still had control. No point given to Sasso. And we go back in another restart.
What they were looking at was, did he break, or was he able to defend himself? So you may say there was a break, but he was right in on the shot, and what if he got a takedown? So he's holding a little gamesmanship. He's like, I can't out. So he turns around and right in. So they're saying that he didn't give himself an opportunity to defend himself. So conversely, what if it was, I let you go and then you take me down immediately? So he turned around, didn't give a chance to defend himself? The referee said no. If you're a Virginia Tech fan, you'll say that was a separation.
So they're taking another look at it. Roby was over to get the officials' attention.
So he broke, faced him, but we saw it in slow motion. So slow motion makes it look like it was blatantly obvious. But let's see if we can run that real time and see. Sometimes when you look at slow motion, it looks like, of course, it was obvious that there was an escape. But sometime in real speed, let's look at it real speed. He turns around, right in. The official did not award it, but that's a judgment call. The judgment call is, did he give enough time for him to separate and defend himself?
What's your judgment on that, Rock, from your officiating days?
Initially, I thought it was an escape. I thought it was an escape. I thought that was, when you get to a high level, the reaction time is a lot shorter. So I thought that, yes, that was, and he faced him. He turned. It wasn't like hip to side. I thought that was an escape. Tough call, though, but I did think of that. So going through. Now watch Samuel just kind of hold it and try and get that stall call. You act like you're just holding like, I can't get out. I can't get out. But yeah, you can get out. He turns around and he walks right in. I thought off of the naked eye real time in the match, I thought it was an escape. But if it's not, then it's just more riding time that is accumulated by Merrill.
Yeah, it turns out it's going to be a pivotal call in a match in which offense is at a premium. Every second counts, every point matters. Merrill continuing to try his ride in this third period. Good look at the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, they're looking at it real time, and you see Coach Roby looking over the shoulder of the officials, and then he may say a few words, and they're like, come on, fellas, that's an escape. He's standing right over him.
I want to remind our gymnastics audience, 14th ranked Clemson at Fitzgerald to take on the Panthers. ACC Gymnastics, you can watch that, the beginning of it on the ESPN app, and then we will swing it to Pittsburgh as soon as we wrap up today here in Blacksburg.
Yeah, I thought that was an escape. You know, he turned around, faced him, squared up, and immediately Merrill was in, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I thought it was one as I called it when it happened real time.
I felt confident that should have been, but let's see what they say.
It has been a lengthy delay. They are making sure they get it right. Kevin Linich, Grasso over there, and you see them going over toward the scoreboard operator to adjust the time. Coach Zach Tonelli with some words of wisdom to Sonny Sasso. Kevin Ward getting an explanation now from Linich. And again, if Virginia Tech is going to keep this candle lit, they must win this weight. So this is a big call coming up.
It is.
This crowd knows it. And they are going to award the one like we thought. So Sasso will get the point, and as a result, they're going to have to knock off a few seconds of riding time, which is not a factor right now.
But the reason why they gave it a point was it looked like it was a stall call because he's still down on bottom. So now they're up. So he raised his fist for a stall call, and now it's an escape, so it's now 2-1.
So Sasso with his first lead. Rock, we're going to revisit that stall call in a moment, but we're going to let the action go here. 2-1, Sasso trying to hang on. Riding time not a factor. Oklahoma State trying to seal this duel on the road.
Sasso is crafty from a defensive situation. Many times guys from the state of Pennsylvania are good at scrambling, and Sasso is one of the best at 197 at scrambling. That means that Merrill has to show himself, meaning that he's got to attack. He just can't push. He's got to shoot. We are now short time. Oh, swim. A little swim action there. He's getting across the body. He's getting across the body. Now Sasso's got to stay locked in the crotch. A little swim action there. He's going to come through the back. Lots of motion here, not enough time. Is it enough? He's going to try and move forward. Is it enough? He's going to hold on till he pops his head up. It's almost there. Sasso's going to hold it right there. Almost popped out. Match over. They're still wrestling. It's over, fellas. And a brick, of course. Of course.
So the brick from Oklahoma State. Taylor wants the three. And we are going to go back to the scorer's table, which gives us time, Rock, to digest the first challenge that we had with the stall instead of the 1 point escape.
Right, so we were looking at the escape, and they were looking for everything in the series. So maybe the brick was for the escape, but the officials had the opportunity to look at the whole sequence. So in the whole sequence, under the view of the officials, there was a stall call there, maybe because he dropped down on the ankle. So remember, let's go here. So this is the last flurry, and if we could, the clock is at, you can see the clock going down. Control is felt. So right here, you can see that Merrill has kind of come through the back, but the leg is still held in. He's trying to pop his head, but a good job by Sasso to hook the foot 1 second. Oh, that was really close. But as long as he kept that arm, as long as he kept that in, that is enough. So great job for swim there by Merrill. Merrill is moving forward, and he swims his left arm through. Watch him swim his left arm through. Brings down, and we're going to have a call.
No three, and Sasso picks up the win. And Virginia Tech and this crowd knows they still have life.